He's gonna take you back to the past to fuck you in the ass.
As a kid, two of my favorite things were video games and Japanese XX movies. Godzilla, Dan,
Jackson, the king of Robopop.
monsters fucking the hell out of each other and blowing the fuck out of everything in sight. I love that shit. Being a Godzilla fan in the late 80s and early 90s wasn't easy for an reptilian, because for one thing, the only way to see these movies was to scan through the TV guide every Sunday and see if any happened to be on, or go to every local video store hoping to be lucky enough to find some on VHS. During my lifetime, there were only two Godzilla films released in theaters here in the United States, Godzilla 1984 and Godzilla XX. It wasn't until I got internet that I found out Toho had still been making these movies all through the 90s, but they were only in Japan. I was pissed off. When it came to video games, we also got fucked pretty hard. This was my first Godzilla game, Godzilla on the B-17 bomber. Let's pop this piece of reptilian fuck nugget in. Godzilla, monster of poopy head. Should already be a clue to how half-assed this game is, because he's blocking half the title. In 2000 XXX AD. Why is it always X? Like they couldn't come up with an exact year, so just make it X. The Earth receives pens. Fuck this, let's start the game. Great looking game. What's this, Godzilla chess? So you take control of both Godzilla and Mothra and move them around these hexagon spaces. Then you go into these battle zones. This is more like it, right? Classic side-scroller action. Or more like classic mindless ass. Sure. Oh well, at least you have a lot of attacks. Godzilla punches, fucks, swings his ass, and breathes his trademark oversized box. How often has Godzilla ever been in space? Once, as far as I remember, Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. Why not take place on Earth? I want to trample some buildings. Instead, I'm just beating up on rocks. And how does Godzilla jump without bending his knees? Looks like he's bouncing on a trampoline. What are these things? A fucking scorpion. What's this, too? What's that? What's everything? Did they just send Godzilla to some shithole planet that happens to be the garbage can of the cosmos where everything that never existed got thrown away? After you get through one of the battle zones, the CPU moves one of its own monsters. Then it's your turn again. You can move Godzilla or Mothra if you want. Yeah, let's check out Mothra. Well, the good thing is that she can fly, obviously, which means you can bypass obstacles. When you're playing as Godzilla, every 2 seconds there's a pile of shit in your way. But Mothra just flies over that shit. Well, except when you get hit. Anything that touches her, she gets forced to the ground. She can shoot shit and drop pens. She drops pens. It would be like if you could throw your own ass. Mothra sucks. That's all there is to it. When you pick Mothra, the game just laughs. What's this? What the fuck's hitting me? What is this? Oh, it's your mom! I can't walk past your mom! That's in the background? All I gotta do is hit it? That's a sensible solution. Kick the top of a your mom! The idea of each board is to destroy all the monsters. Here we have Mothra and Zora. Are you kidding? Mothra and Zora? Out of all the available monsters in the Godzilla franchise, they had to go with two monsters that weren't even originally from a Godzilla movie. Of course, Mothra appeared in Godzilla vs.
So many zombies!
And there's stock footage of Zora in Godzilla Final Wars, but those movies didn't happen until way after this game. I found a glitch where you can just keep hitting Mothra with your task. Look at that. It's so easy. What happened? There's a time limit? Yeah, so if you take too long to fight the monster, you gotta start over. And the monster regains some of its life. You don't. The worst part, after you defeated Mothra and Zora and go to the next stage, guess who's next? Mothra and Zora. Yeah, they just keep recycling the same monsters, but add one per stage. Like here we have Red Baron, another obscure monster that appeared in its own movie, then made a small cameo in a Godzilla film. Engaging the monsters in battle is awkward. Will you fuck the enemy? Yes. Will you fuck Zora? Yes, that's the enemy, right? Other times, you don't want to fuck the enemy, but it doesn't take no for an answer. No. God damn it, I said no! Then there's times when the game thinks you're trying to move and the monster's blocking your way. Like, yeah, there's the monster. I want to fuck. Throughout the game, the choice of enemies gradually becomes more what you'd expect. It goes from Gon and the shit monster to Barton and Dora, but Gora's tucked away in a corner, so you'll be lucky if you get that far. Here's Micah Jackson. Now that's what I'm talking about. Almost got him. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat Micah Jackson.
That fucking time limit! That motherfucking shit-sucking time limit! It's not even like there's a counter. It's like the game just pulls the plug. Like, oh, you're gonna win? Well, not anymore, you ass-bag, fecal fucker, shit-shaped anus brain. The game cheats. That's it. That's all there is to it. The game fucking cheats.